Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? 1.
Thank you for tuning in and turning on and pressing play on this Union of Muscle Podcast Daily, the daily podcast, which helps you be inspired. Inspired to do what? To live a healthy, happy fitness lifestyle. Today we're talking about muscle myths. Today's muscle myth is eating fat makes you fat. Okay, I don't know where you've been, but this is no longer considered a truth. But I want to rewind it a little bit. Rewind it a little bit to those days. Can you remember them? Are you getting the flashback sequence in your brain? Remembering those days in black and white when fat made you fat. Now, back in those days, we actually processed fats and oils differently. There was actually a different process we used to refine our oils. So coconut oil and other oils like it may have actually been bad for you because the processing wasn't actually good. So maybe it's not such a bad thing that we listen to the science of the day, because the day's science may actually be correct. But when things change, processes change. For instance, the process on how we make coconut oil has changed. And now coconut oil is good for you. Those medium chain triglyceride fats, so yummy, so good, and so good for you. We look at those omega-3 fatty acids, and guess what? Good for you too. So there are some fats. Ooh, I love that avocado. Avocados packed with healthy fats, potassium, and magnesium. Not as high potassium as a banana, but way more magnesium. Avocados are great. So, we've got some beautiful fats out there, and what are these fats doing? Well, they're boosting up our healthy fat levels. And why do we want healthy fat levels? Because they help with production of hormones, cortisol, and keep our body well balanced hormonally, and helps to reduce the bad type of cholesterol in our blood. By pumping up these good fats, we're helping to produce a healthier body and fighting against bad cholesterol. So there are good and bad cholesterols out there. There's some rumors out there that cholesterol might not be bad for you at all. However, I'm not a doctor, and you gotta be careful. However, those paleo people love to go ketogenic, and they're going ketogenic when their body begins to burn fat cells. When your body burns fat cells, it burns off ketones, and it uses these ketones like it would glucose, sugar, and it would use the ketones to fuel your cells. So, if you want to become fat adapted, eat fats, go to bed eating fats, not sugars, not starches, not those carbohydrates. Stop with the ice cream. Eat some fats. Unless it's, I guess, an ice cream built out of fat. No sugars. Very few. Okay? And that is going to help you, because during the night, what's going to happen is that you don't have any more carbs in your system as you're sleeping. And so your body's going to start going ketogenic on you. And it's going to start burning fat. So the better and the quicker you can start burning fat in as a fuel source in your stomach, the quicker it's going to start transitioning, because you've already transitioned over. It's going to start picking off the fat on your body to burn. That's kind of the key about how these paleos, how these ketogenic lovers get into it, is that they only eat about 30 to 60 carbohydrates a day. By only eating 30 to 60 carbohydrates a day, their body then begins to switch over to fat. But you got to eat those fats. You got to eat those healthy fats so your body knows what it needs to burn. 30 to 60 carbohydrates coming from, of course, your fruits, vegetables, and complex carbs. That's your rice, sweet potatoes. If you want to go ketogenic, if you want to burn fat, guess what? Eat fat. Because eating fat now makes you skinny. Thank you for tuning into this episode, all you beautiful fitness freaks, geeks, and athletes of the Union of Muscle podcast. Remember to be inspired. This episode of the Union of Muscle podcast daily is brought to you by Audible.com. Go to www.audibletrial.com/Union of Muscle to get your free book and a free trial. And don't forget to go to our website, unionofmuscle.com, to sign up for our mailing list if you haven't already, and we're going to give you my free workout. That's right, it might not work for you unless, of course, you want to get a beautiful physique, an epic physique. Not that I'm all that beautiful, but hey, I like what I see. And you can too, all you beautiful fitness freaks, geeks, and athletes out there. If you want a workout routine that's going to fit you, don't forget to contact one of our coaches. They're going to hook you up to look great. to be in the best shape of your life. I've heard it from clients. They love our systems because it gets them in the best shape of their life, and you will too. So check out our coaches, sign up for our email list, and remember, the views here may or may not be those of Union of Muscle, Black Hat Management, or its affiliates. Any information you hear should first be reviewed by the corresponding professional, whether that's legal, financial, medical, or otherwise. All rights are reserved by the content's creators.